Hello all and welcome to Cloud Interview Questions, an initiative by CloudWord. So today we are going to see what are the different building blocks that are required in cloud computing, right? So we have seen all the infrastructure related concepts. Now we are getting into cloud computing, the actual cloud computing part, and what are all the components or core blocks that are required if you want to construct something or if you want to leverage cloud computing. So the basic blocks, building blocks of cloud computing are the compute service, the storage service, and the network service. So the compute service is very similar to the brain of a human body. Just like we use our human brain to actually do some processing, to see something, view some, hear something, to talk something, right? So we do all kind of processing over there. Similarly, in your system you will have a CPU, right, which central processing unit, which will do all kind of processing. So in a cloud computing world we call it as a server, right? So server is kind of an extended CPU, right? And based on the client requirements, based on the organization requirements, we can choose different types of compute services that are available. So some compute services may focus, like they may be actually a database server, so it may have a large number of IOPS, input output processing system, and some of them may have there will be server which will be actually hosting the game applications, right, which may have a lot of graphics. So it may be graphics, or some of the cases it may be like a memory intensive one also. It's compute intensive, it can be graphics intensive, or it can be memory intensive. Based on that, we can select the type of compute service that we want, right? Based on the customer requirements, we will be able to pick a type, right, type of server or compute type, and we can build our application accordingly, right? This is with respect to compute service. The second one is storage service. The storage service can be compared to our stomach, right? So where we it actually like stores our food, stores all the energy, right? And so basically where we store the things, right? So when we talk about storage, again there are two big categories that comes under storage services. One is structured storage, which is our database, right? So we sign up somewhere, we sign up somewhere, we purchase something, we do all kind of any kind of transaction, right? The user details need to be stored somewhere, right? So that is basically your structured storage, your relational database services, right? And the other big type of storage is your unstructured storage, right? So you may store your graphics. So you may go to any streaming service, they actually use cloud computing in the back end, right? So they may use AWS or S3, or they may use Azure Blob Storage, where they can host a large number of movies and files and videos, right? So to store your PDF, documents, audio, video, all these analog files, we will go for unstructured storage. And one of the biggest reasons is unstructured storage is available at a very cheaper cost actually. That's why all the streaming services are consuming uh, the cloud storage services, and it is highly beneficial for them in terms of cost as well. And the third one is networking. So I have so let's say in storage, I'm leveraging the cloud service, right? So I'm storing something, right? I'm storing some document or videos, right, there, right? So now I have to make it available to the internet. So if I make it available to the internet, there should be some connection, right? Or in many cases there may be an on-premise like traditional enterprise available, and there would be a cloud computing, right? So there has to be a connectivity between these two things to achieve the hybrid computing, right? In those cases also, we can go for on-premises. And the other one is we can go for other virtual networks also, right? Not just on-premise. So we can design our application in such a way that front end is actually present in one of the resource groups, and middle layer in another resource group, and back end database in another resource group. And each of these resource groups will have their own virtual networks, right? So we have to communicate amongst the virtual networks as well, which can be done with the help of VNet peering. So networking. it can be compared to the nerves in the body. It connects the different parts of the body. Like similarly, network actually connects with the different resources that are available in on-premise or available in cloud computing. So this compute, storage, and network forms the basic building blocks of cloud computing. Thank you all and see you tomorrow.